Yeehaw! Greetings to all in creation. This is Aurora, Mother of New Creation, here uniting heaven and earth with your latest energy updates. How's all in creation feeling today? How do you feel about the betrayal and all, and you feel justified, don't you? Well, to all the first contact ground crew thieves, I would like to say I can relate and understand, and that I would be doing the same thing in your shoes, but I was never pathetic, and I always championed everybody who did a marvelous job, who paved the way. I always clapped and glorified anybody for face value in the highest. I never had the need to go around situations and make pretend, because that was just never my path. Now, I understand this chapter of life has been the revolution of the millennial idiots. That's the tone of it. So some people who have no qualities or skills, and then they keep bombing me with the Turkey thing, because while I was there, with the Leo frequency, Ambura was in Jerusalem, and they were like frauding me since then. It was a pact, my biological family was in on this. They had been trying to fraud me and deter me from my divine destiny for years, out of greed and out of trying to prove that they are more powerful than the divine, and that God is actually a joke that the Catholics made up. And now you're all playing on the same boat, and you call it whatever. You call it your star seeds, your Illuminati, your Masons, your Bikram, your yoga, your strippers, you're this. Nobody cares what you think you are. You're still a douchebag. So hi, all my favorite little douchebags. Went as far as frauding paperwork at government levels just to stick me with 5. Russell had to say sorry that night. Now Andrew's like, you chose another team, so yada yada. Listen, nothing is gonna justify the acts. You're all gonna have to step out of being stupid. I know that your whole point and trying to put me in mental homes and everything is to try to tell me which end is up, and try to tell me that I have to accept what's already been done, because I have to accept that humanity is a bunch of idiots running around like mongoloids that think that they can set up the system, and that think that the Akashic Records is a joke that they can bully and ride over. No, you can't. If you want to ride over your own timelines here, and you want to screw over the governments because you want to give false power over to Ambura, keep her in the background, never have to give her anything to do for actual face value work, give her all the financial information, set her up at hello to take me to the pool table. And then she gets, asked, she's like, at the end of her stay there, they were gonna have her strip in Reading as a stripper, because that's what she is. But it was apparently a whole game whereby now they want to end me being a stripper in red zone, by Russell and Toti, Ah! Now, I always love my session kids. Toti! Woo! Yoo-hoo! You rock, girl! Bravo! You came down from LA. You took me on. You tried to bamboozle me. You went for, the guy. You went for the job. You're a stripper. Yeah! Bravo, honey! Good for you. Now they're calling it what? Aurora? You already gave it Aurora. Russell with the Russians at USCIS that frauded my biometrics. And then you made pretend at the Alien that because I was listening to subliminals regarding changing my eye color to blue, then she came in and she said that she's the actual because she actually made the shift. Oh my God. And I'm just some guy from Israel, and you want to stick me with that at any and all cost, and then try to bling it up, you know what I mean, and now put a new deal on the table with Gentlemen's Club and whatever. Well, I understand now. Cordoba! FBI! Cordoba, honey, how are you, bitch? We all remember how when Jonah was sending me all these love messages, you're like, oh, you whore! You told the whole village that I whore because people Shasta talk to me like, and just because you wanted to stand up for Victoria. And now Victoria every day wants to make pretend that I'm a lesbian and I'm so in love with her. And like, honestly, you guys, your levels of consciousness are derisory. You're all a bunch of clowns, doofus, douchebags. What can I say? From, you know, Caitlin Jane Grenziger, who hooked up Brendan Irvin in the Rob Going game. Fraud for lawyers. You're all frauds. You're all liars. For you to even have thought to take part of this from less than half a minute makes you all idiots. Like, similarly placed idiots. You too, Tyler Goldsmith. You met me at Tanglewood. You were in the room. You're not screaming it out every rooftop. You're all weak. You're all owned by a bunch of hookers. David all made you sign the contract. Russell told me they stopped him in his car. Caitlin, gross nigger. And then they're like, oh, sign this. So you all have to sign off. So, you know, apparently was it the Russell who followed me to Vegas, married Tatiana, and then to LA for a week. That's how they stole my phone at Chick-fil-A. And then the Andrew married, so like you have the Russ married Tatiana. So everyone now made a plan how to incorporate me in gangster Busta Rhymes land of the fallen, where I have to stay Dima Tabrawi to someone else's Aurora, so some guy can have a fabulous, proud threesome on Earth. Yay! And I ain't budging left, right, or center, because you're all douchebags, and I will never, ever justify stupid. Never. What's up, David Rodgers? Only brought me to America to champion Coco Bush, Carol Habushi, the Italian hooker, and Ambura, and Tatiana. David, all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a 3D way. And now, if you all think that the world called 3D, 5D, it exists, it doesn't exist. This whole dimension, all love is one. They're a bunch of doofus idiots. 3D is like, oh, there's 3 Dimas that stole 4 Dimas, 5. Now I have to accept that 5D Earth is here. Honey, I've always been that I am. And I've always protected Aurora. When I stood and said every morning, growing up and going to every class, bonjour, je m'appelle Dima Tabrawi, j'ai 4 ans, yada yada. I learned the whole system to pass every class, to do every grade, to win every award. Then I received my transcendence. And it's my divine birthright to be a free citizen in the land of the free. But apparently America has a lot of enemies, most of them domestic, some of them international, and I'm here still. So, you know, book follow-ups, everybody. I love you all with all of my heart. I understand, Russell, you want to play like you're my protector and everything, and you know, you did this just to whatever. Now you want me back, what, Dima Tabrawi, so I can sing and dance and you know, you can sit me there, because Tatiana doesn't mind to share after all was said and done, and after all the slander and calling me a teenager and mocking my body, mocking everything about me, from my brows to my hair to my makeup, and you all partook in how funny it is just because you have sex for money on your end. Andrew Zen tapping into my Cash App, PayPal, all my bank accounts stolen because David's behind him, and they all think that if they hire a fraud for mom, and then Carol think it's my mom, and they think that I have to behave in certain ways to pass their test to have a place on earth. This is all bullshit. Anybody who's standing up for that is bullshit. Anybody who's playing the fake Love is One game, and if you've reactivated the RoomOfNewCreation.com with a fraud that was supposed to be a stripper, but she just thought that like soul replacement with the church and the crooks at like Wells Fargo and Resurrection and Bluffton and beyond is gonna work. It didn't really work, did it? You all made fools out of yourselves. Jonah Terry, Andrew Ryan Pravacci, Russell Pierce, and Stephen Thompson. You're the men, you're the men, you're the men, you're the men. You're supposed to set the example and tell people like David Rodgers to, you know, be unscrambled and unmental people. And you're supposed to remove MK Ultra programming. You're supposed to tell the First Contact Grand Crew Thief team that there's the only me and screw them all. You're supposed to tell them you were testing them all and they all failed and now is the New World Order time and I'm the goddamn leader. I need all my funds, all my belongings, all my homes, my US identity for the citizens I applied for, and you gotta swipe all your fraudulent marriages away, deport these hoes, and make it quick. Thank you. Mwah!